Welcome back everybody to Galactic Science 2. Alright, so we're here and I've done a little bit of work on the base, just dug out pretty much the whole level here. So it's given me quite a substantial amount of space over the weekend, so that was that. And did a few other things too. Namely, when I was looking into, well, once I'd actually constructed a machine frame, I found that there was a recipe for here, we'll just bring it up, the autocaster, and it was a recipe that was actually based within the laser table itself. So I feel it is something that Kathleen wants us to use, or gives us permission to use. Although I'd have to go through the whole quest and do and obtain the other casting machine, but this does actually do a fairly decent job of basically casting materials. And let's see, what have I got here? So I've got this set up. So this is one of the Router Reborn chests, pretty much like your standard barrel, pulling into the magma crucible. That is then going into the autocaster, and the autocaster just makes it, either makes it ingots or blocks, and at a fairly decent rate. And we can, let me see, we can upgrade this as all thermal expansion machines with their particular materials. So I'll be definitely looking into doing this, well, actually upgrading this, so I can just punch through all the materials that we've been getting. So that's what I've been doing. And in this chest here, we've got like a couple stacks of blocks of iron, especially with a lot of the well, a lot of the other materials that we've been able to sift down from the manual digging. Alright, so where to from here? Onto the quest book, I suppose. Right, back to Moon Trance. And yeah, the metal caster. So we'll do things properly, kind of. Now we actually do have a good substantial amount of iron there, so we can actually just go ahead and do this. Metal caster is a block of iron and the machine frame. So we'll take our one machine frame. We'll take our one block of iron. Now let's see. Well, I've even got a machine frame in here also as well, so that's actually quite good. Right, so we want the metal caster. Boom, done, lovely. Even got a machine frame in there for later. Right, let's reset that. We'll claim, oh, we get a lot of, so we could, if we so chose, to import all the metal into our liquid system and keep them all there. I suppose we could do that, but I'm not really inclined to. Alright, this getting in shape quest is only going to give me 128 water. I'm not even going to think about focusing on that. Okay, stop the hammer time. The quarry. Well, what does a quarry take? Dare say it's double RY, yeah. 10 blocks of iron. Got that covered. A block of gold and a block of diamond. Well, I reckon we can actually. I'm pretty. Oh, we've only got 7 diamonds. Well, what we could do is synthesize some. Oh, hang on, I've got 1 diamond there. Oh, hang on, more than one. There was a few. Right, we've got our block. No worries. So we're just going to see, do I actually have any gold in there? No, actually, the gold that we just decided to smelt up, that was well researched. Now, I've also made myself some invar, done that in the other episode where you can just go through the synthesizing process of making the the next tier of metals with thermal foundation, so you can get the next tier of machines. The only machine that we can't really get our hands on right now is the resonance stuff, and that requires ender pearls, and ender pearls are kind of hard to come by. Right, so we'll grab our block of iron, our block of diamond, and we'll go in here. We'll just drop that in there like that. We'll grab our half a stack of iron. Excuse me. Here's redstone. Yeah, take the redstone out. What? I can actually make the moon buggy? Seriously? Do I really want to make the moon buggy? Not right now. Okay, we're going to focus on the quarry first. And it seems as though it takes just about as much power as one machine frame, so we don't have to be waiting around for too long for that. So that's handy. We can get into that relatively quickly. Right, let's go into this chest over here. Let's dump the ME fluid stuff. Definitely could start using a bit more iron and that sort of thing, but I really don't want to. So we're just going to see about other things. Now, what I'd love to do, we've only got like 192 buckets of water. The one thing that I have to make, and it's definitely not in a quest, and that is, let me see. So that's one machine frame. Am I going to need a machine frame in an upcoming quest? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're going to nick that, and we're going to make a sawmill. Because I need sawdust. Sawmill, let's just do that, get the recipe for it. Okay, that's the upgrade crafting. I don't want that. I just want to make one. Okay. 10 blocks of iron, 10 blocks of redstone. Ugh. That could be... Yeah, I'd have to really think about setting up... Whoops. Looks like we have our quarry. Yay! Detect, claim, done. Right. The marker pluses we're going to keep in here because we need them. Landmarks, we only really need 3. Yeah, let's make a redstone torch because we're going to need that very, very soon. Now, the actual sawmill itself, we don't need a machine frame. I just need a lot of redstone. And I have a lot of redstone. 10 blocks of the stuff, so looks like we may need to actually set up the whole production of... Okay, so that's that. I've also really like to think about getting into more Router Reborn stuff for like bigger storage facility rather than using the actual storage cells themselves. Right. Okay, well, actually that should... Is that going to be enough for a short period of time? Don't know. It should be enough for us to just clear out our manual synthesis machine. We still haven't actually... Well, we've been given a item export and item import bus, but is there anywhere, any quest that's going to give us more of these? I dare say there would be any improvements. That's a loot chest. Oak sapling, stack upgrade, faster machines. That'll give us an octatic capacitor, which is not really something that we need. Efficiency, nope. The workbench plus is something that we do need too. The other thing we could work on is this here, and see where that leads us. That gives us a loot chest. The sag mill we can't get until we actually move out to another planet, namely Mars. Right. So we're definitely more limited in our moving of things from our ME system. So it looks like I want to try and move myself out from there. But for now, we're going to have to stick with it, sadly. Alright, so let's just empty that stuff out into there. Because what I want to do is grab two stacks of iron, 3 stacks of oxygen, this will make us a stack of iron oxide, and then we just need some copper, which we don't have. Not at all, actually. Okay, what do we have here? Nope, it doesn't look like... We actually don't have a lot of copper at all. Well, bugger. Carbon, well. Looks like all the copper that I've got in the world is right here in my hot little hands. Hey, that's a problem. Okay, we're still... Let's see if we can't speed this up slightly by casting blocks. Yeah, whether it casts blocks or whether it casts ingots, it seems to be about the same sort of speed, so it seems to be like a fairly decent thing to do. Yeah. Just need to process all that. Well, that's currently empty, so let's shove the broken copper in there. Get that cooking. And yeah, don't think I've actually got any other copper kicking around the place in any way, shape or form. Because I really need that block of redstone. I mean, there's only 9 redstone. Once we get this all done, we should be able to move on. Now, that's the metal former. Actually, the metal former, I think, is actually fairly easy to make, if I remember rightly. Metal former. Oh, even more redstone. Yeah, it looks like I have to either get the quarry actually up and running. So that's going to be interesting too. Namely, I've got to get yes. Got to get an ME line heading outside with a power line going, stretching out that far. That's the next, whoops. And it looks like that my residence is not entirely well lit. That's the other thing I need to construct myself to, is a redstone furnace. Actually, that's something we can do while we're waiting. Okay, toggle that into blocks. Yeah, a sawmill. No, not a sawmill, redstone furnace. Now that does require a machine frame. Redstone furnace, where art thou? Not there. Of course, it's going to require redstone too. The only thing this autocaster won't do is nuggets. So, unfortunately, you do get a bit of a, not really a mismatch, but at the end of a cycle, you get like 72 millibuckets worth of gold or any other metal, and you can't clear it. So the only way you can clear it is just by picking it up and starting again. But considering the extra amount of materials you get out of the actual ores, the broken ores themselves, it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Now, let's try, I think we'll go for 8 blocks of copper, well, 8 ingots of copper. That should give us a stack of copper element, I think. Maybe. But we got like 37 ingots. So it's almost, actually that's even more ingots per broken ore that I actually put in, I think. So definitely well worth doing. Right, so let's break that down. Nope, that was actually 2 stacks. Clear that out. So I think it's iron oxide up there, copper there, redstone. All right, now we're in business, and I better actually just exchange my oxygen tank. Whoops. Put the empty one in there. Okay. Block of redstone. So block of redstone, block of iron. I think, yeah, we're going to need a redstone coil. So 1, 2. We'll take that out. That should give us the, oh, not the chipset. Whoa, that was close. So the reception coil, we'll get that underway. So that will give us the sawmill, I believe. Is it the sawmill that I'm after? Maybe. Because I really need to get the ability to start making Phytogrow, the fertilizer. because I run out of that and I really need to make more, but I can't do that right now. So if that goes there, that goes in there. Sawmill. Oh, it's 10 blocks. Okay, that's not going to happen. Not yet anyhow. What was the metal former? Oh, that's 3210 too. What was I thinking? What indeed was I thinking? Redstone furnace? Okay, that one's easy. Copper gear. No, I haven't made it yet. I don't have the gears either. Right. 2 of those. So we get 2 of them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Waste of iron probably, but I don't care. Right. They go in there. Coil. What am I missing? Machine. I think it's just redstone actually, and a machine frame. Redstone. Machine frame. Yeah. I think I was looking at something else, but that's a metal caster. Yeah. Definitely the redstone furnace is something I really, really want. Namely, it gives me the ability to cook up grout to make Tinker's smeltery. Yeah, Tinker's smeltery casting basin. And that's going to be quite handy for moving up the line of upgrades we can do to the thermal expansion machines. That's pretty much the thinking there. So that comes out and we can just, that's a pulverizer. Yeah, we're just going to snap that there. And just make sure we turn all the outputs to each side, so we can use that later. Right. So we've got a little bit there. Now let's see. The quarry is what's got me beat right now. I need to get power out there. Energy conduit. I got 10. Was it? There's 10 of the red. I don't think I've got any other energy conduit cruising around the place. Although, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, the other. How did I manage it last time? Ah, that's right. I did the quarry underground. Probably not a bad idea. Actually, did that again. But yeah, it's probably better if I just punched a hole through the wall and went that way. No, nothing in the other chests I could probably use, so... Yeah, I've got 25 of this energy conduit. What I could do, I do have an energy cell kicking around. I decided to make one. It's probably not going to be really good in exchanging power rates, but it'll allow me to bridge over from this, the enhanced energy conduit, to the actual regular energy conduit. They do the same amount of power. So, but the actual output of power is not that great. So is that outputting power? No, I wanted to input power on that side and output power on that side. So power's going in. Yeah, 200 RF per tick is not fantastic. Probably not that fantastic for supplying power to a quarry, for example. But it's what I have. So we work with what we've got. Yep, definitely work with what we've got. Now let's see. Probably won't have enough. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to set up the quarry, so we'll be right back. Alrighty, so we're all set up. The torches are in place. So we can just place that there, place that there. The import bus. That didn't do what I wanted it to. Actually. Not at all. Yep. And it looks like it's, did it actually eat that other marker, or no? Oh. Silly me. I got it all wrong. I placed the markers down, yet I forgot to right-click the marker to say that this is the square that you need to do. So thankfully we were given extras, just probably for this particular happenstance. Probably more like most likely, I hope. Anyway, right, so that's there. If I can just jump over the top here, there we go. That's what I didn't do. Right. A good old size 25 chunks. So that's going to give me a fair amount of resources. Hopefully that the one 64 drive that we were given is going to be enough to hold everything like materials wise until we can get set up even further. Right, where to from here is pretty much going to be the next question. I'm probably going to set up, well, yeah, I'm definitely going to set up a redstone machine. That's the next setup, I dare say. And I'll probably look at getting a router it's not router reborn. Well, actually, considering that is only operating under 200 RF per tick, well, eventually it's going to be operating under 200 RF per tick. That quarry seems to be operating quite quickly. Let's go have a look at the energy cell and see what the hell's going on. Because I didn't think it was actually going to operate that fast, to be honest. No, well, 200 RF Protect Bridge. No, it's just taking all the energy that I've had actually stored within the cable itself until such time as it doesn't have any energy in the cable, because that Ender IO seems to like buffer up a substantial amount of power within the actual cable itself, and that's how it seems to work. So yeah, at some stage or another, that quarry is definitely going to slow down. Alright folks, if you like the episode and like the series thus far, do go ahead and click that like button. If you're interested in anything else I've done in the past, do check out some of the playlists over to the right hand side. I've been Raetac, I'll see you next time.